Do you have these? The top 5 ultra super rare Lincoln pennies, the most valuable pennies in U.S. history. Imagine holding these pennies worth hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions, of dollars in your hands, and that could make you rich. The 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny is one of the rarest and most mysterious coins in U.S. history. This penny is so elusive that only a handful are known to exist, and collectors are willing to pay jaw-dropping amounts to own one. Could you be the next lucky person to find one in an old collection? Stay tuned, because today, we're diving deep into the legend, mystery, and shocking value of the 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny. The story of the 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny is a fascinating one, wrapped in secrecy and intrigue. The term SMS stands for Special Mint Set, a designation given to coins with a unique finish, sharper details, satiny surfaces, and a striking visual appeal. But here's where things get interesting. There was never supposed to be a 1964 SMS penny. How much is the 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny worth? Here's where things get really exciting. Because only a handful of these coins are known to exist, collectors will pay massive sums for a genuine 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny. In 2019, a high-grade example was auctioned for a mind-blowing $108,000. Another piece, graded SP68RD by PCGS, sold for $156,000. Experts believe that if another one appears in the market, it could even surpass $200,000, maybe even $1 million in the right auction. This isn't just another rare coin. This is the holy grail of modern Lincoln pennies. If an unsuspecting collector or coin roll hunter stumbles upon one, they could be sitting on a life-changing fortune. Key features of the 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny. Now, let's break down the key features that separate this ultra-rare penny from the ordinary 1964 Lincoln cents that were mass-produced by the billions. SMS finish. Unlike regular circulation pennies, the 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny has a distinct satin-like finish with an almost matte surface. The texture is smooth but not mirror-like, distinguishing it from traditional proof coins. Sharp details. The devices, Lincoln's portrait, lettering, and the memorial, appear extra sharp, with well-defined features, much crisper than normal business strike pennies from 1964. No mint mark. Like all pennies from Philadelphia in 1964, the SMS version has no mint mark. However, the difference lies in the striking quality. If you see an exceptionally detailed 1964 penny with a satin-like finish, you might have a treasure in your hands. Die characteristics. Experts believe the dies used for these coins were polished more than usual, giving the letters and features a crisp, squared-off appearance. Additionally, the rims of the coin are sharper compared to regular 1964 cents. Lack of contact marks. Another major sign of an SMS penny is that it usually lacks the bag marks and scratches found on normal pennies due to bulk handling. How to identify a genuine 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny? Since this coin is so valuable, counterfeits are always a risk. If you think you might have one, here are some steps to confirm its authenticity. The 1972-era Lincoln Penny is one of those rare coins that has shocked the numismatic world with its astonishing value. Some versions of this coin have fetched 5- and 6-figure sums at auctions, and lucky collectors have cashed in big time. Could you be the next to discover a fortune hiding in your pocket change? The 1972 Lincoln Penny is an ordinary 1-cent coin, except for a few error varieties that make some of them exceptionally valuable. The most famous of these errors is the 1972 double die obverse, DDO, a striking mistake that resulted in a dramatically doubled appearance on key features of the coin. This resulted in a batch of dramatically doubled die pennies, which went into circulation before the mistake was caught. Today, these rare pennies are among the most sought-after coins in the Lincoln series. How much is a 1972-era Lincoln penny worth? Here's where things get really exciting, because if you find a 1972 double die penny, you could be looking at a life-changing amount of money. A high-grade MS67RD 1972 double die penny sold for $14,400 at auction. Even lower-grade examples can fetch $500 to $1,000 or more. Well-preserved, uncirculated specimens often sell for $3,000 to $7,000. Some rare near-perfect red-toned examples could even push past $20,000 in the right auction. And remember, this is just one error type. Other 1972 penny errors, such as off-center strikes, die breaks, and missing letters, can also be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. How to identify a genuine 1972-era Lincoln penny? Because this coin is so valuable, counterfeits exist. Here's how you can verify if you have a real 1972 double die Lincoln penny. Examine the doubling. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for strong, well-defined doubling on the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. Compare with known examples. Reference photos of authenticated coins from PCGS or NGC. Check for machine doubling. If the doubling appears flat or shelf-like, it's likely machine doubling, which isn't valuable. Professional authentication. If you think you found a genuine 1972 era penny, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for verification. The 1983 D-era copper penny is one of those rare coins that has stunned collectors with its massive value. Some versions of this coin have sold for 5- and 6-figure sums at auctions, turning lucky finders into instant winners. Could you be the next to uncover this hidden treasure in your pocket change? Stick around, because today, the history behind the 1983 D-era copper penny, the 1983 D Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which produced billions of pennies that year. However, most of them were struck on zinc planchets with a thin copper coating, as the U.S. Mint had switched from solid copper pennies to a copper-plated zinc composition in 1982. But here's where things get interesting. A small number of 1983 D pennies were accidentally struck on the older, solid copper planchets instead of zinc. This created an extremely rare error that can make this coin worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars today. How much is a 1983 D-era copper penny worth? The value of a 1983 D copper penny depends on its condition, but the price tags are jaw-dropping. Uncirculated, MS65 or higher, examples have sold for $10,000 to $20,000 at auction. High-quality specimens with full red luster can reach $50,000 or more. A rare near-perfect MS67 RD example could even fetch over $100,000. If a collector or auction house confirms a one-of-a-kind specimen, it could skyrocket to millions of dollars. Even worn examples can be worth hundreds or thousands if verified as genuine. How to identify a genuine 1983 D-era copper penny? Because this coin is so valuable, counterfeits exist. Here's how to ensure yours is the real deal. Weigh the coin. If it weighs 3.1 grams, it could be the real thing. Test with a magnet. Zinc pennies contain a steel core, making them slightly responsive to a strong magnet. A genuine copper penny will not be magnetic. Examine the date and mint mark. Look for proper spacing and normal characteristics. Professional authentication. If you think you have a 1983 D copper penny, send it to a top grading service like PCGS or NGC for verification. What if I told you that a single penny from 1969 could be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars? That's right. The 1969 era Lincoln penny is one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the world. With unique errors that make it incredibly valuable, this coin has left collectors stunned at auction prices. Could you be the next lucky person to find one in your pocket change? Stay tuned, because today, we're diving deep into the history, rare errors, and shocking value of the 1969 era Lincoln penny. The history behind the 1969 era Lincoln penny. The 1969 Lincoln penny was struck at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, not all pennies from that year are valuable. Only a specific rare error variety has sent collectors into a frenzy. The most famous error is the 1969 double die obverse penny, which was accidentally struck with a misaligned die, causing a strong doubling effect on the coin's front. How much is a 1969 era Lincoln penny worth? Brace yourself. This penny is worth a fortune. Circulated, lower grades $10,000 to $50,000. Mint state, MS60 or higher $100,000 to $250,000. Top-tier examples, MS66 or higher over $500,000. The highest auction record for a 1969 double die penny is a staggering $780,000. Even well-worn examples have 5-figure price tags, making this one of the most valuable modern pennies in existence. How to identify a genuine 1969 era Lincoln penny? Because this coin is so valuable, counterfeit versions exist. Here's how to verify if yours is real. Check for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to look at Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. The doubling should be bold and obvious. Look for the mint mark, S. If there's an S below the date, it could be the rare variety. No S means it was minted in Philadelphia, which could still have minor errors. Weigh the coin. A real 1969 Lincoln penny weighs 3.11 grams. If it's significantly lighter, it may be a fake or altered coin. Seek professional authentication. If you think you have a 1969 double die penny, send it to a top grading service like PCGS or NGC for verification. What if I told you that a common-looking penny from 1982 could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars? That's right. The 1982 era copper penny is one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in U.S. history. With unique errors that make it incredibly rare, this coin has stunned collectors at auction with jaw-dropping prices. Could you be the next lucky person to find one in your pocket change? Stay tuned as we dive into the history, rare errors, and shocking value of the 1982 era copper penny. The history behind the 1982 era copper penny, the year 1982 was a turning point for the U.S. penny. The U.S. Mint decided to change the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a zinc core with a thin copper coating to cut costs. This transition led to a mix of copper and zinc pennies being produced that year, creating several rare varieties that collectors hunt for today. Among these, one of the rarest and most valuable finds is the 1982 D small date copper penny, which was not supposed to exist. Somehow, a few of these copper pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, making them an incredibly rare and valuable error. How much is a 1982 error copper penny worth? Are you ready for this? The 1982 D small date copper penny is an absolute treasure. Circulated, lower grades $10,000 to $25,000. Mint state, MS 60 or higher $50,000 to $150,000. High-grade examples, MS 65 or higher $250,000 or more. One specimen sold for a mind-blowing $1.1 million at auction. Even common 1982 copper pennies without errors can sell for $5 to $50, so it's always worth checking. Key features of the 1982 era copper penny: small date versus large date. The small date variety features thinner and shorter numerals in 1982, with the 2 in 1982 sitting higher than in the large date version. The large date variety has thicker and wider numerals, with the 2 positioned lower. The rare 1982 D small date copper penny has the Denver Mint D mark below the date. Composition difference. The 1982 penny exists in 2 different metal compositions: copper, 95% copper, 3.11 grams. Zinc, 97.5% zinc, 2.5 grams. The 1982 D small date penny in copper is the rare error variety. Weight test. The easiest way to identify a rare one: a copper penny weighs 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. If you find a 1982 D small date penny that weighs 3.11 grams, you could be holding a fortune. Section 4. How to identify a genuine 1982 era copper penny. Because of its high value, counterfeit versions exist. Here's how to verify if yours is real. Check the date. Look for the small date style with the thin, raised 2 in 1982. Look for the mint mark. The rare variety will have a D, Denver Mint, below the date. Weigh the coin. If your 1982 D small date penny weighs 3.11 grams, it could be an ultra-rare find.